This segment is sponsored by the Richmond Sentinel, providing news, entertainment, and human interest stories in print and online.
Well, continuing our coverage here at the Whistler Film Festival, you know, if you asked me for one of my favorite, if not my favorite musical documentary of this century, I would say The Wrecking Crew. I bring that up because the man beside me put that together, the man behind it, the producer, Denny Tedesco. And he is up here to, I'm going to call it, Denny, if you don't mind me saying, what you're up here to talk about is The Immediate Family, which I'm going to call the sequel. Is that okay to say?
Yeah, I've been using that.
Good, okay. Wrecking Crew, of course, about the fantastic studio musicians, which included your wonderful father, who were part of some of the greatest hits of the 60s. Well, now we're going to talk about some of the great musicians that were in the studio that put together and were part of some of the great songs of the 70s. Denny, welcome.
Good seeing you again.
You too. It's been a while since we talked.
Yeah.
I was saying to you before we went on camera that there is so much fantastic music in this documentary, and these guys who were there at the beginning for James Taylor, Carole King, Jackson Browne, the list goes on and on. What I really found fascinating is that singer-songwriter, producer Peter Asher, was he the first guy to put names of the studio musicians on the album, and that's where these guys start to get traction?
Yes and no. In the movie, Waddy Wachtel says that, but the truth is Lou Adler was the first.
Lou Adler, okay.
Because Lou actually did it with Jan and Dean, and he did it with Mamas and Papas, so he did it for a lot of guys. But in that genre, absolutely. I mean, once Peter gets there and his LPs, now they're showing off the names.
Yeah.
It made a big difference in everybody's career.
Well, and I guess, too, because there were so many singer-songwriters, producers, I think James Taylor, early in the film, says, I want these guys. These guys are getting a fan base now.
Absolutely.
Because that bass player, this guitarist, this drummer, I know their names.
Well, and also, you know, it's like, who did James' album? Oh, really? It was Leland and Russ? Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I want those guys.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you're going into a project and you like someone else's project, why not surround yourself with the best?
Yeah, and it's amazing, too. I think the thread that runs from Wrecking Crew through Immediate Family is that these guys come in and may contribute just one chord or a bass note or a drum beat, and it can add iconic status to a song years later.
You know, it's funny because the weird thing is these guys, don't forget, when they record these songs, they're not hits.
Yeah.
They're just recordings. And, you know, they become hits many years later. And some of those signature licks become, Danny Korchemar's, for me, his solo in It's Too Late with Carole King. I can't tell you the lyrics of It's Too Late, but I can tell you the solo.
That's right.
Yeah.
What was and again, forget my memory on this one. What was the song where in the middle, I think it's Kucha says, no, you can't have a horn solo there. You gotta have, it's gotta be me, and it's gotta be me doing a guitar.
Oh my God, yeah. That's Waddy Wachtel with Sherry, with Steve Perry.
Folks, imagine that song with a horn solo and not.
Well, it's funny because Steve, these guys are called in for whatever they're good, they're like known for or what they want from them. Mm-hmm. And Waddy Wachtel is what they said is one of the greatest eighth note players around. He could keep that tone or that time and everything.
Yeah.
And he does it for that song. And then they said, he goes, okay, that's great. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Waddy. Take care. And what do you mean, take care?
Yeah.
It's like, and I can't say what he said on camera.
Yeah.
But he goes, what do you mean? Where's the solo part? He goes, no, they're going to put a sax solo there. He said, no, they're bleeping not. And that's what they know. They hear it in their heads.
Yeah, these guys were, and also I love their attitude that, okay, you're the singer-songwriter star, you get the final say, but I'll follow whatever you want to do, but let me add this, or let me offer this. That was the same thing I noticed with Wrecking Crew as well, with your dad.
That's funny, exactly. My father Tommy Tedesco used to say, I play for smiles. I'm going to do what I think is right. If he doesn't like it, right, then I'm going to change it until he smiles.
Yeah.
It might not be what I think is right, but I'm there because he's paid me, and that's what he wants.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And like Leland Sklar says, everything I play, it's molded in mud.
Yeah.
It's flexible.
check out, folks, The Wrecking Crew. I call it a love letter to your father. And also, we're up here at Whistler to check out Immediate Family, which we're calling it the sequel. Denny Tedesco. We're not calling him Denny Tedesco. Denny Tedesco.
But if it works, I'll take it.
Congratulations on this
Thank
film,
you.
sir. If you love music, you have to see this movie. Look for it. It is out now.
Thank you.
This segment was sponsored by the Richmond Sentinel, providing news, entertainment, and human interest stories in print and online.